Well, it's New Year's Day, 2015, and a crappy day at that. If you ask me, I'd just assume if it's going to be this cold and miserable, it may as well be snowing. But no, it's about 40 degrees and overcast and drizzly, so just enough to make you want to sit inside and drink hot chocolate. You don't want to come outside and play because you just get wet and cold. But anyway, just show you how we're starting the year off. We've got this little 8-frame set up here. I reduced it way down to one box, but that's the one Swarm moved in of its own accord. So a swarm trap in my own backyard. We've still got our original top bar hive over there against the fence. I've talked about that a little bit before. You know, I don't really do a whole lot with it. But, you know, I just kind of keep it around as a natural sort of thing, conversation piece. And then we've got the whole rest of the mess over here. This is all empty boxes, which, you know, people say don't store them out in the open. You know, it draws in wax moth, it draws in beetle. From what I've read, what I've witnessed and understand, wax moths and beetles can smell that stuff whether it's open to the environment or not. So I'm not worried about that. Trust me, when I had all this stuff stacked up and closed up, I still had wax moths and beetles. Open it up, at least the wax moths and beetles don't destroy it when it's open to the air and the sunlight. So that's why I leave it stored open. I do want to get clear, I'm going to get some clear plastic sheets to put on top of this stuff just to keep the rain out of it. But letting the sun get in, letting the air get in seems to really keep the beetle, the moths especially, out of it. But all the colonies you're looking at here, from what I know, they're all alive. Just refilled the jar, the sugar water on that nook and this nook. That one I didn't because there was no bees up here in the top super that I could see through the feeder hole, and I refilled this one. And then we've got this colony here is the one that we just brought home. That was the open air colony that fell out of the tree a couple weeks ago into that ditch, and we got it recovered. So anyway, just showing y'all what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, assuming they're all alive. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 colonies across the backyard. So not too bad of a time to start out the year, but or not too bad a number starting out. Really haven't had any overwinter losses, so to speak, which, you know, we have a very mild winter down here in Houston, but you know, had a lot of losses last fall due to robbing, which really upset me that so many colonies got robbed out and late last summer and early last fall. But once the weather got cold, they seemed to actually stop the robbing, and that, or they robbed out everybody they could. Anyway, it's you know, not too bad starting out, but a lot of extra equipment. My goal, my minimum goal for 2015 is I'm going to be setting out swarm traps. So I've got plenty. Well, I say plenty. As soon as you start setting out traps, you don't have so many, but I've got a lot of 5-frame boxes available, 5-frame deeps, and I'm going to be using those as my swarm traps. So I'll build some solid bottom boards for them and some solid covers, and I'll get them strung out through the woods. Might see about getting me some camouflage spray paint just for funsies, just to, you know, make them not so obvious, because these woods back here, I mean, I'm in the suburbs, you know, through the trees is a school and a couple of houses, but there are kids that I know go through these woods from time to time playing and doing stuff, and there's authorities, if you will, that maybe wander through there when they shouldn't and find things that they shouldn't, and then they send me a letter and get mad at me. So, you know, I try to make them a little bit hidden, but, you know, this runs, I mean, from way back beyond my neighbors there, and there's a creek, bayou that runs through there, and it runs miles through there. I've got a lot of access to a lot of area here, but I can just set a swarm trap in a tree every couple hundred yards if I want. And, you know, if it's anything like my buddy Greg, I'll have pretty good luck catching swarms. So that's my goal for 2015, is catch swarms, and of course to always increase my hive count, increase my honey production. I got just shy of 500 pounds. I don't know the exact number, but one harvest was over 350 pounds 2014. So, you know, I don't know that I'll get 1,000 pounds of honey in 2016 or 2015, but we shall see. Anyway, that's it. I wish everybody else the best of luck for their 2015 year in beekeeping. And, you know, I guess going into 2015, I got started in Easter of 2012, so Easter 2015 will be my 3rd year, and I gotta say I've come a long way in 3 years. A lot further than I think most hobbyists would go with it, but you know, you guys have seen my other videos. I'm not your average beekeeping hobbyist. I'm all in. I'm addicted, I'm hooked, and I can't get enough, and all I want to do is get more. So yeah, should be a fun year. Y'all ride along and let's see what happens with it.